All right, good morning, guys. You guys awake? Thank you guys so much for joining. Today is September 25th, 2024, and it is a Wednesday. So, what am I anticipating for today? Well, I mean, we had a Monday consolidation. It appears that we wicked lower. We had SMTs here between ES and NQ for sure. So ES failed to take out Monday's low, while NQ we did take out Monday's low. So there is that SMT here. So this SMT should actually hold if we are going to maintain our bearish stance, or I'm sorry, bullish. So like I said, this previous day low should hold if we are going to stay bullish. So I want to see us take out, we took out previous week's high, which was let's see, based on the weekly candle, that would have been the weekly objective. And let's see what we do here. Like, will we price lower here, attacking the weekly immediate rebalance, or will we just continue higher to attack previous month's high? Because if we are still thinking this in terms of the monthly power of 3, based on this monthly candle, I can anticipate for us to take out the previous month's high. So previous month's high is still in the air. We still can take that out. But today we don't have any news, so it's kind of iffy. I would like to see us take out previous month's high tomorrow, because we do have, let's see, 3 red folder news tomorrow. So I mean, compared that to today where we don't have any red folder news, that could happen today. But yeah, what am I anticipating for today? Well, at least for the morning session, I want to see how we close here on the 8-hour and 4-hour candle. And will we disrespect this? If we disrespect this hourly SIBI here, that means we will get a that means we'll be disrespecting bearish PD raise, and that means we'll be in a bullish stance. But as of right now, I'd like to wait for the first 30 minutes to pass and see where we go from there. But yeah, that's probably going to be all for my analysis as of right now. So like I said, if we get a hourly candle closure above this hourly SIBI, previous day high would be the draw of liquidity for me. But if we respect this hourly SIBI and we create a bearish 4-hour and 8-hour candle, then that would make, that would be a different approach then. So 2 scenarios here. If we close above the hourly SIBI, previous day high would be the draw. If we respect the hourly SIBI and we create a bearish 4-hour candle and 8-hour candle, a bearish 8-hour candle, then I would like to target London lows. But this could be a typical, London low of the day, and then we target, Asia's high. So let me mark out Asia's highs actually. So Asia's highs could be the target for the first 30 minutes here. Asia high. But yeah, that's probably gonna be all for my analysis as of the morning here. Yeah, I don't trade the first 30 minutes, so you guys can look forward to that. But I'll do one chess game, or actually I'll break this chess game down, and then I'll do one more chess game, and then yeah. So this guy, he moved his bishop here. I was able to fork it with my pawn, fork the bishop and knight, and then it's a free, which one do I want to take type of scenario here. So he takes with his bishop. He wants to go down with at least something, and I believe I take with my pawn. And then he trades with his knight, and then I trade with my queen. So he's down material. And yeah, let's see what transpires here. So I believe the next move that he makes is knight, so he's attacking this pawn right here. So I move my queen back to d7, protecting the c7 square. Moves this pawn, and I believe here I'm not too sure if I develop my bishop here. Okay, I attack his knight, he moves back, and then I take his pawn. I feel like I should have developed my bishop here, but it's completely fine. Now I develop my bishop. He attacks my queen. I believe I move to the b7 square. He moves his knight to a4, and then I believe I go to c7. Okay. Now here I do have a chance to develop my knight, so let's see what he does. He attacks with his queen. I develop my knight, and then he makes a move h3. I develop my castle. He moves his queen, attacking my king. I move to h8, and then after that he moves it back one square. I attack his rook. I think this was a misclick. I think he meant to trade here. So I take it with my queen. He moves his pawn. I give him a check, and then me thinking that he would trade here. But I think the next move I make was I give him another check with my bishop. He moves his pawn. Here, I don't know if I could have given him another check. Yeah, I don't know if there's a forced mate here, but I take his queen, we trade, and then now I'm just slowly grinding it out. Very clean endgame there. Okay, nice. We took out Asia's eyes. Oh, ES looks like we just took in something important on ES actually. Let's see, I think we just took out previous week's high. Okay, so ES is now making new all-time highs again. We are continuing to make new all-time highs on ES. And take a look at where NQ is at. NQ is nowhere near all-time highs. Let me make the chart a little bit prettier for you guys here. Actually, let's just go into the daily. Look at where NQ is relative to ES. ES has already taken out this swing high, by the way. NQ hasn't. This is a large SMT, a really, really large SMT here. So something to just keep in mind. That's something that I wouldn't have. Yeah, I don't know. Just in these conditions where we keep making new all-time highs and we have a large SMT between NQ and ES, we could dump at any moment, but it's just, is it the right time to dump? I don't think so. I believe we're probably going to make a serious dump at election, but I feel like we're gonna get a fake sell-off, and then one last manipulation higher, and then the for real dump during election month or whatever. But if we take out previous day high, I'm not gonna close the stream. If we take out previous day high and we get a bullish 4-hour and 8-hour candle closure, that means we have room to continue higher to attack previous month's high. If we can do that, then I will stay on stream and try to find some sort of entry pattern to attack 4-hour and 8-hour high. But if we don't get another entry model to attack those highs, I'm just gonna close the stream. But yeah, let's play one more chess game, and then I'll go over some pros and cons and improvements here with you guys. In this scenario, I would usually go bishop here, I could go. I'm not really familiar with that. I just go here. Maybe hope to develop. Okay, so he could move his not here, here. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go here and then develop my this middle pawn. I could go here. He takes, I take. I actually don't even have to take it, to be honest. I don't really have to threaten that anything, to be honest, but just in case. Not really planning to castle this side either way, so. Hold on, I think I might actually be worse than this. Okay, if he takes this, then I go here. I feel like I misplayed this a little bit. But I'm actually gonna try to get a castle in. Am I chilling there? I think the play is, yeah, I think I have to take it with my pawn. Pawn structure is, my pawn structure isn't like great at all, to be honest. I mean, at least I have my pieces developed, but dude, my pawn structure is yucky. Yucky. Oh, I would like to threaten. I would like to threaten that. We'll slide my king back here. Just move my king back to safety. Holy moly, my pawns. wait. You can just go here now. Oh my gosh, I'm actually getting... Wow, I just got destroyed. Wow, okay, but that's... I think that's enough chess for me. I played like 4 games before this already. Jeez. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Previous day high already taken. Oh, interesting. Oh, let's just continue to watch. No need to rush into the markets here as of right now. Hopefully you guys are not able to hear that music, because that means I would be copyrighted for sure. Alright, once this thing loads, then I'll go over some of my pros and cons. I haven't taken a single trade this week. Monday, I was able to stay away from that ugly chop. And then this expansion higher, wasn't able to be a part of it. There wasn't any models here, so I just didn't really want to rush anything, so I didn't take it. But let's go into the pros and cons here. Alright, so some of the pros and cons. During September 18th, 2024, during the trade, I was able to incorporate time frame alignment and breakaway gap theory. So time frame alignment, I believe there was a time frame alignment between the 15-minute, the 30-minute, and the hourly. All of those time frames are suggesting higher prices. And the breakaway gap theory was how that was incorporated was based on the 5-minute structure or 5-minute time frame. There was a 5-minute fair value gap. However, based on how we created that 5-minute fair value gap, we closed above the previous 5-minute candle's high. So whenever we created that gap should be treated as a breakaway gap. And I wanted to see us take out the objective first before retracing into the gap. So based on the 5-minute, based on me trading that 5-minute fair value gap as breakaway gap, I went onto the 3-minute time frame, even lower time frames, to find some sort of entry pattern. On the 3-minute time frame, there was a 3-minute fair value gap, and I entered off with the 3-minute fair value gap, and I put my stop loss at the 5-minute fair value gap's high, because that 5-minute fair value gap shouldn't be retraced back into if we're extremely bullish. So after we didn't complete the objective in 15 minutes, right? So that means we created a new 15-minute candle, new structure. So with that, I had new intel, and I was able to deduce that we could possibly retrace back into a 15-minute fair value gap, because a new 15-minute candle just got created. So I closed the trade there for break even, and yeah, it was perfectly executed. 5-minute fair value gap, that ended up being my stop loss. I used the 3-minute fair value gap because that gap could be retraced back into, and I had a time stop. So after 15 minutes, if my objective still isn't completed, I would close my trade. And yeah, second pro for that week was extremely patient. Majority of the trade, I've been taking a lot less trades because I don't know what's up with September, but it's been a really interesting month so far. We have not gotten the most clean price action. The CPI and PPI that we had this month was garbage. FOMC, garbage. And No, oh, well, okay, let's not put in garbage. FOMC, PPI, CPI did not do as I would have had anticipated. We didn't trade in one direction. It was a very choppy, choppier as CPI, PPI, CPI, and FOMC. But yeah, I understand the idea and the concept of letting the markets come to me, not forcing any setups, not forcing any models. Because if I were to force a model, that would have been me kind of being a delusional kind of. I'm not thinking of it objectively, but yeah, just let the markets come to me. Cons. So I overlooked the fact. There's like two aspects of my breakaway gap theory now that I'm thinking about it. There's the entry breakaway gaps, and then there's the power of three breakaway gap theory kind of. The trade here, I'll show you guys here. Actually, just so it can be a little bit clear. What I'm talking about is this. Notice how on this 30-minute candle, we didn't close above this 30-minute candle's high. This 30-minute candle, we closed below its high. So that means we could actually retrace into this 30-minute fair value gap. Again, same thing on this hourly candle. We should have closed above this previous candle's high and treat this fair value gap we created here on the hourly time frame as a breakaway gap. But because we didn't close above its high, that suggests the idea that we could actually retrace back into the hourly fair value gap. So I overlooked the fact that we didn't have the strength that I would have liked. So that was just one of the cons. I overlooked the fact that we didn't close above the previous candle's high, because if we did, then that means we would have been extremely bullish, and vice versa. And another con is I can't base my model. I can't base a reaction, or I can't say that we received a reaction to a daily fair value gap based on a 15-minute candle closure. A reaction to a daily fair value gap should have caused 15-minute displacement candles, but we didn't get displacement candles. All we had was one bullish 15-minute candle. That there's no correlation there. You go from a daily fair value gap. You can't go from a daily fair value gap straight to a 15-minute time frame. You would like to see a maybe a bullish candle closure, 4-hour candle closure, not a 15-minute candle closure. Or you would like to see displacement candles on the 15-minute time frame. Improvements here. Being more selective with my trades. I should be able to answer questions like, why did we create this power of 3? Is there time frame alignment? And is there some sort of breakaway gap theory that I could apply to this trade here? I can't align 15-minute power of 3 with a daily fair value gap. Daily fair value gaps should cause 15-minute displacement candles. If there's no fair value gaps, there's no trade. Simple as that. And pay attention to the entry fair value gap. The entry fair value gap, should it be treated as a breakaway gap? Should it not? And letting the trade come to me. If the trade isn't there or the model isn't there, then I don't take it simply as that. Even though the objective is clear, or you can anticipate, previous week's high or whatever to be taken, but you don't have a entry pattern or an entry model, then you just don't take the trade at all. Your entry model is supposed to help you mitigate risk, and kind of it's you, okay, I'm willing to risk this much to make this much. But if you can't even formulate a model, you can't take anything. And yeah, I think that's gonna probably be all for the pros and cons here. I mean, very simple. Being more selective. You can't base 15-minute power of 3 on a daily fair value gap. Pay attention to entry pattern, entry fair value gap pattern. Letting the trade come to you. But here we are about to close on. So notice how this 8-hour candle closure, right? Pay attention to this 8-hour candle closure and this 4-hour candle closure. Purely based on those two time frames right now, I can anticipate for higher prices. I can anticipate for that next 4-hour candle to be a open, low, high, close. I want to see us take out that previous 4-hour candle's high. Same thing with the 8-hour. So with that, is there a higher time frame objective that is relative, that is in confluence with that previous day high? So 4-hour, 8-hour, and previous day high for me would be the draw of liquidity for the morning session. If we complete that without giving me an entry model, I'm going to close the stream because there's no reason for me to be streaming after that. But yeah, 4-hour, 8-hour, and previous day high is my objective here. Notice how we are. It looks like we will close above this 1-hour SIBI, but we still have 5 minutes left, so I'm gonna wait till we close there and make my move then. But let's just pay attention to how we close here. And let me take a look if there's an RTH gap. So we actually, I'm so confused. What? Oh, we gapped down today, actually. Gapped down and we filled the gap. Is essentially what we just did. Okay. So let's see. Is there displacement candles on the lower time frames? Not necessarily. Wait, hold on. 5 minute? No, 5 minute. 4 minute? No. 3 minute? Possibly. We could create a 3 minute fair value gap here. 2 minute. Okay, we just took out previous day high. My draw is, like I said, I could still take the model here based on the 4-hour and 8-hour. But yeah, because I mean previous month's high is could still be the draw for today. Let's see here. Yeah, we are going to create a new 3 minute candle here. So based on how we close here on this 3 minute will tell me if we will continue higher or not. And will I get an entry pattern? How could I be 20 something? Wait, so let's wait, see how we close here. So look at how we are closing. It looks like we will close above the previous 15-minute candle's high too. So what does that mean? That means this 15-minute fair value gap should be treated as a breakaway gap. So prices could open up on this very next 15-minute candle, create the open, create the low, and then attack the 15-minute high. This 15-minute, if you were to frame out some sort of trade here, you could, that 15-minute fair value gap's high, because it's a breakaway gap, you could treat that as a stop loss order. You could place your stop limit order there, or something like that. But yeah, let's just pay attention to how we close here on this 15-minute candle. So a model could look something like that. something like that. That's if we even close above this. So if we close, but if we close above this the previous 3-minute candle's high, that means this 3-minute fair value gap is going to be treated as a breakaway gap. Let's just see, if we close above this 3-minute fair value gaps, or sorry, if we close above this 3-minute candle's high, I'm not gonna take anything, because that means this 3-minute fair value gap here should be treated as a breakaway gap. That means we shouldn't even retrace back into here. So let's see on the 1 minute. It's gonna be a little bit clearer on the 1 minute, but yeah, okay. Well, that's gonna be all for the stream. That means we've already. That means look at that. We've taken out the 4-hour objective and 8-hour objective now already. So now, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna really care too much for this. But